There are many kinds of weddings, some more spectacular than others, but there are two ingredients most share in common, a willing bride and groom.
Every time I hear that dear old wedding march, I feel rather glad I have a broken arch. I have heard a lot of married people talk, and I know that marriage is a long, long walk. To most people, weddings mean romance, but I prefer a picnic or a dance. Another bride, another groom, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. The choir sings, here comes the bride, another victim is by her side. He's lost his reason, 'cause it's the season for making whoopee.
They say a good man is hard to find, but belief in the redeeming powers of a good woman is an old, old story. In England at one time, a condemned criminal could be saved from death if a woman offered to marry him under the gallows. However, on occasion, the offer was refused, the condemned man preferring death to marriage, believe it or not. All in all, the wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana was a pretty conventional ceremony. But sometimes a girl may feel like something, well, a little more out of the ordinary.
Another bride, another groom, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. The choir sings, here comes the bride, another victim is by her side. He's lost his reason, 'cause it's the season for making whoopee.
How out of the ordinary can a wedding get?
Down through the countless ages, you'll find it everywhere. Somebody makes good wages, somebody wants her share. She calls him Toodles and rolls her eyes. She makes him strudels and bakes him pies. What is it all for? It's so he'll fall for.
In this cockeyed wedding, Ben Turpin does the honors for Oliver Hardy. Stan Laurel is best man.
Now, you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
Who, me?
Not you. He means me.
Well, he's looking at me.
I do. You take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. Congratulations, my boy. You married the sweetest little girl in all the world. With your permission, I'll kiss the bride.
And so, Laurel and Hardy were married.
Friends, we are here this morning to share with Ralph and Ann a most important moment in their lives.
In this real wedding, the judge is the father of the bride.
With this ring, I thee wed. Now, with the good wishes of all your friends.
In our culture, the father gives the bride away. But in the highlands of Papua New Guinea, every bride has her own price. Two families of the Mendi tribe assemble to haggle over how much the groom's family must pay for the bride. The deal is consummated. Now payment must be made. The teenage bride will accept it herself, made in the form of crescents, cut from gold-lipped pearl shells, each worth about $30. The bride can decide who in her clan will receive the shells and who will be slighted. The only time in a Mendi woman's life when she'll have control over valuable property. The bride must now leave her family. Although they seem satisfied with their profit, it will be some time before she knows whether she'll be satisfied with her new husband. She has been bought, but only partially paid for, and she will not be able to consummate her marriage until all the remaining payments have been made. Until then, 3 long months from now, she must live with her mother-in-law. The eternal pursuit of man after woman is the world's oldest sport. For at least 500 years, the nomadic Turkic peoples of Central Asia have ritualized that pursuit in an unusual horse race. To prove his passion, the suitor must gallop after his sweetheart and steal a kiss. Then, the bride-to-be lashes out with her riding crop in reply. In ancient times, these blows would sometimes disfigure the groom on his wedding day. Today, the blows are symbolic, a reminder, perhaps, that marriage often mixes the bitter with the sweet. Some marriages require the spark of true love, but in the traditional Korean arranged marriage, no one waits for lightning to strike. This young man will take no part in the selection of his prospective bride, who must undergo an interview with the women of his family. Out of belief, perhaps, that anything as eternal as marriage ought not to be based on a mere whim of the heart, the decision will be made by the cooler heads of the elders. After the interview, the groom's family sends the bride's family information needed to draw the couple's horoscope, including their dates and times of birth. Ritual dictates the paper be folded in 5 and put into an envelope, which must then be wrapped in a red cloth before it can be delivered. The bride's family quickly responds. They have studied the horoscopes and decided this is a match which is truly made in heaven. The wrapping of the message, a red and blue cloth, reveals the verdict. The marriage shall take place. The wedding day. Dressed in traditional finery, the groom rides to the bride's home. The bride's preparations are completed with adornments expressing joy, an emotion she is now forbidden from showing herself. The groom is led to the courtyard of the bride's home, where, before a gathering of both families, he will await his bride. He presents the bride's family with a symbol of everlasting love, a wild goose made of wood. Enter the bride in the arms of her father. Bride and groom have still not spoken one word to each other. Vows will be exchanged. The couple will be wed simply by sharing a cup of rice wine. 2 strangers have been united, and not until evening will they be left alone. Even then, in an ancient ritual, through peepholes, female relatives of the bride will watch the newlyweds. In accordance with the ritual of the wedding night, the bride must sit perfectly still and wait for the groom to disrobe her. If he did not do so, tradition dictates she would have had to sit in this position, silent and awake, all night. In the end, what matters is not the wedding ritual, but the bond between man and woman that the wedding represents, even in this marriage of strangers.
The most grueling Olympic event is the 26 miles and 385 yards of the marathon. That's the official distance now. But up to 1908, the marathon varied, with the average distance about 25 miles. So, what's one more mile when you've run that far? A lot to a runner named Dorando Petri.